Would you like to see football wherever you are in the world?
With NordVPN, you can get premium protection online and set your location so you never miss a minute of the content you usually enjoy.
Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW to get 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free.
Hello and welcome to another match reaction. I've just got back from Middlesbrough. Yeah, it's 10 to 12 at night. I'm thinking to myself, why do I put myself through this? To be honest, it is my birthday today, so I had yesterday off, today off, and tomorrow off. So that is the reason why I have gone all the way to Middlesbrough on a Tuesday night. We never beat Middlesbrough away at the Riverside, do we? This is the first time I've actually ever been to the Riverside Stadium. I don't know why I've never been before, but I don't think I'll be going back on a Tuesday night in a hurry anytime soon, guys. So, yeah, I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible because I'm spending the last 10 minutes of my birthday with you guys. So I'll try and make this quite quick and get it over quite quickly for people who are watching it tomorrow. So, yeah, the team, it was exactly what I would have picked. Enda Stevens come in for Reece Norrington-Davies. I think Norrington-Davies has been quite poor of late, and it's nice to see Enda get a game again. I thought it didn't do too badly, to be honest. He came off towards the end because I think that he just ran his race and his legs had gone a little bit from not playing too much football as of late. We'll just talk about the game. We didn't start. We started well, but it became evident quite quickly that they were just going to play on the break. They were the home team, but they did seem to just want to play on the break, and I don't blame them, to be honest. The two things that seem to work against Sheffield United are playing on the break and big balls into the box. We can't deal with big balls, and we ain't got the pace to get back when we're getting broke on. The first one that I realised was it wasn't really on the break, but Norwood just taking too much time, having the ball nicked off him, and then Ben Davies having to put in an absolutely phenomenal tackle. But that kind of set the tone for the match, really, because they were constantly just breaking on us. When the problem that we had was we had to play between 10 and 15 perfect passes to create a really good opportunity. Whereas all it took for them to get a good opportunity was for us to misplace a pass because they were away. They had those players to just try and get us on the counter-attack. And really, none of their goals came from a counter-attack. What I realised was what we'd be trying to do is we'd give the ball away and then they'd be on the counter-attack and we would absolutely break our backs, break our necks to try and get back and get a foot in. But then once we got back, it was like, right, we've done our job now. It's fine. We've done it. We've got back. They're not on the counter anymore. So then we kind of dropped our guard. And then especially the second goal, that's where that came from. But yeah, both strikes were phenomenal strikes, I've got to say. It's frustrating that we couldn't even cheer one goal. We created so many good opportunities, not chances, opportunities to slide someone in or put a good ball into the box. And every time it was either overhit, not finding the men, or just put into an area where the defenders are just going to slash the ball away. And it was quite frustrating, to be honest. I'll quickly go through their first goal. Jeez, man. I've not seen it from kind of like behind the goal or behind the man. So I'm not sure if Olsen could have done better with it. But it just looked like a fantastic shot from Watmore into the top corner. What can you do about that? What can you do? It was just one of them frustrating strikes where I don't think any keeper in the world is saving that. Maybe kind of getting a bit closer, but not saving that. It was a phenomenal strike. But we needed to get closer. We weren't close enough to our men all night, really. We were just standing off them and letting them do whatever they wanted to do with it. There was only certain periods in the game where we got tight and tried to force them into mistakes. The kind of first 5-10 minutes of the second half, that was the big. Well, when we were doing that anyway, let's put it that way. Billy Sharp had an effort, shall we say, on his right foot coming in off the left. He was just stretching. That's why it was a poor shot. It was low down to the keeper's right. Tried to look like he was going to play it into the box and then try and sneak it in that front post. But it was a blunt shot from Bill because he was on the stretch. It was pretty poor. I'm not sure if this came before or after the goal, but 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐐𝐸, what a player that boy is. The ball came over to him. He absolutely stopped it dead. It was such a hard ball to control, but he stopped it dead, pushed it to one side, gave him a little bit of room on an angle and hit the post. And it kind of just fired straight back at him. But that could have easily gone in. There was definitely a gap there. So if he'd have found that gap, it'd have been, I think, 1-1 at that point, and it would have been game on. But yeah, fantastic play from Ndiaye. We just need a bit more of that from him and from Morgan Gibbs-White, because at the moment it doesn't feel like they're trying to get in behind defenders. Morgan Gibbs-White is picking the ball up deep and attacking with it, running at plays, which we want to see. But as well, when Norwood's picking the ball up in kind of that quarterback role, you want to be seeing those sorts of players, exciting attacking players, to be making those runs, because there was one where Norwood played an absolute fantastic ball over to Osborne. Osborne doesn't really know what to do with it. Same with most of our players. When they get into advanced areas, you could say Fleck is similar. You could say most of our players, when they get into a good shooting or crossing opportunity, they don't take it very well more often than not. Yeah, that's been our downfall, really. And then, yeah, sucker punch, absolutely another phenomenal strike. This time, Paddy McNair on the edge of the box, bottom corner, Bosch. I could see it from exactly where I was. That was flying into the bottom corner. Olsen, no chance whatsoever. But again, the problem was us thinking that we'd done enough and then not have done enough. The ball came into their striker. The ball ended up into the box, and then it got kind of played out to Paddy McNair. But it was just not good enough. It was just a little bit too not taking control, not trying to get stuck in. And really, we need to get stuck in, even in the box. Like, it's almost like if a player's in the box, we can't go anywhere near him. Get close to him. Like, just don't bring him down. Just try your best to either get a block in or just get close enough to him so it's not an easy pass to the edge of the box and giving him a great chance to shoot, which he did. So we'll move on to the second half, because that was a really frustrating half. Billy Sharp coming out wide quite a lot, which we don't really want to see. We want to see him in the box, but I understand why he's coming out wide, unlike a lot of people, because when Billy Sharp comes out wide, it takes out a central defender, and I can see what Slav's trying to do with the kind of triangles and pass and move and pass in, flick, 1-2s, and I understand that. And Billy Sharp coming out wide is taking out a centre back for somebody else to run into that gap, but they're not running into that gap. That's the problem. It's only really Ndiaye that does kind of die to get into that box. There's nobody else that's even attempting to try and get into the box. We've been used to two strikers for such a long time, and when one goes out wide, there's just nothing in the box other than Ndiaye making a run occasionally. So it is frustrating. Going to the second half, and everything changes. Everything changes, and we were fantastic for the first 10-15 minutes of that second half. David McGoldrick came on, and I knew that it'd make such a big difference. Yeah, a lot of people might say that I'm being biased about this, but the game opened up completely when McGoldrick came on. really, it was being less defensive and more attacking. And McGoldrick was picking it up in great areas, creating space, running with the ball, playing 1-2, sliding players in. He was great. He had a couple of bad passes in the middle to kind of second half of the second half, if you like. But he just made the difference, and we created so many more chances with McGoldrick on the pitch. We just didn't have that killer instinct to find that ball, or like I said, to find that good cross. And really, we had a fair few chances to score as well, but we just didn't take them. I'll just run through a few of them right now. Osborne had one cleared off the line when he was slipped through. He was slipped through, and then he kind of waited, and it went a bit too far. He did well to get it past the goalkeeper, but player on the line clearing it. Billy Sharp right next to it as well. Could have easily put it in the back of the net, but it just didn't fall for us. McGoldrick, that half volley that nearly hit the top corner. Great save from 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐚𝐷. Phenomenal save. Great strike from McGoldrick. Great save. McGoldrick had another volley that on his left foot, I believe it was, that was blocked kind of when it was going towards goal. Billy Sharp had a one-on-one that was blocked by a defender. Billy Sharp also got through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but it was given offside. Who knows if that was actually offside or not? But obviously, he just tried to dink the goalkeeper because he obviously knew it was offside. And the thing is, when you're used to playing Premier League football like we have done the last 2 years with VAR, it's kind of like, just carry on. And then you're like, oh, yeah, we don't have VAR in this league. So even if he would have been offside and he'd have put it in the back of the net, it wouldn't have counted anyway. So he's just trying to get your head around that sometimes. Yeah, so we had the chances. Morgan Gibbs-White had one that went wildly wide. But what really, I knew that David McGoldrick would fit into this team perfectly. The reason why David McGoldrick, everyone says that he slows play down, that is because before he had absolutely no options. He was trying to do it all himself. And now you see him in that side with Morgan Gibbs-White, with Iliman Ndiaye, and he's playing fast football. He's picking the ball up. He's moving with it quick. He's playing 1-2s. He's trying to slip players in. David McGoldrick works brilliantly in this side. And he definitely, for me, changed that second half. It's just a pity that we couldn't keep up that kind of pressure, because we were kind of, for that 5, 10, 15-minute period when we were on top, we were giving them no space whatsoever. We were on them as soon as they got the ball. We were chasing them down. We were hunting them down in packs of 2s and 3s. And it was great to see, but we just couldn't keep that up. And like I said, we missed umpteen chances. We had better chances than Middlesbrough had today, but they just 2 phenomenal goals. I'm not saying that we played well. We certainly can play better than that. And I think it just proves that we have played some poorer teams recently, and we've obviously picked up some good points. But you're going away to Middlesbrough, who haven't set the world alight this season, but they just took the chance as well. They caught us on the break. They had a great game plan, like I've put in the title, Warnock Masterclass. Is it a masterclass? Possibly not. All he's done is soaked up the pressure and tried to get us on the break. If we'd have got an early goal, unlike, well, they did obviously, but if we'd have got that early goal, they'd have had to come out and it would have been completely different. But that's football, and sometimes it doesn't quite work for you, even though you play good football and you do create chances or opportunities. Sometimes it just doesn't work for you. And David, 2 shots, one bang in the bottom corner and one bang in the top corner, which is quite frustrating to see. And looking at the ball possession, 65% to 35% in our favour. Goal attempts 13-9 in our favour. Shots on goal 4-4 in, well, obviously in no one's favour. Shots off goal 5-3 in their favour. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. No sense, because we've had 13 goal attempts, 4 off on target, 3 off. Makes no sense. Anyway, quite a frustrating evening, to be honest. Especially, I don't like going to away matches on a Tuesday night when you're paying 30 odd quid and you're getting home at 12 o'clock at night. Especially with all the editing and stuff that I've got to do for other videos. So yeah, it's a one-off. It's my birthday, so yeah, it is what it is. We move on. Let's. I'll quickly go through some of the players before I get on to the comments. Olsen didn't have anything to do other than picking the ball out of the net twice. Bulldog didn't really create much going forward. He was good in defence, didn't create much going forward. Egan and Davis, I think they got bullied a little bit tonight, to be honest. Davis, great on the ball. I love watching Davis have the ball at his feet because he always does something good with it. But yeah, they're not tight enough to the men. Davis, I think it was for the second one. Just, yeah, frustrating. Stevens, I thought he had an okay game, but my frustration with Stevens was he got booked after 10 minutes for rolling a ball a little bit further away. Like, he gave away a free kick and then nudged the ball away so that they couldn't take it straight away, and he got booked for it after 10 minutes. You've got a winger running at you for another possible potential 80 minutes, and you've got booked for something silly like that. It just daft. Thought Fleck had a really off game today. He tried to make things happen, but not a lot happened for him. Norwood, same. He played a couple of nice pings, which I always love to watch, but got caught on the ball for one of their big chances, and Davis had to save his skin, really. Ben Osborne was okay, but down that left-hand side, we've got a lot of the ball down that left-hand side, but it just keeps going backwards and sideways. But at least with Stevens tonight, we had a bit more going forward. Stevens is obviously used to getting forward and whipping those balls in. And Dye, I thought, was quite brilliant at times. Quite a few things didn't come off for him as well. Gibbs-White, again, brilliant at times. First kind of 5 minutes, he did a lovely flick and he did a pirouette through like two players, and he's just exciting to watch. But yeah, that's 2 games in a row where Morgan Gibbs-White hasn't unlocked the door, and it's been quite frustrating. But still, one of the best players on the pitch, even though he had an off day. Sharpe, I feel like he's played quite a few games recently. Maybe could do with a rest, I reckon. But yeah, he always puts everything in. And to be fair, tonight, the one-on-one that he had where he got kind of the ball nicked off him should have been quicker and should have taken it on quicker if he could feel someone breathing down his neck. Conor Hourihane came on. His corners weren't even that good, to be honest. The ball's coming into the box. Constant corners were just caught by Joe Lumley every time, whether it was Norwood, Fleck, Hourihane, whoever it was. They were right in the middle of that 6-yard box for him to just come and catch. And really, Joe Lumley is a goalkeeper that I'd love to see at Bramall Lane. Great shot stopper, very commanding of his box. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. Obviously, 𝐍𝐸𝐷𝐸 came on, and 𝐍𝐸𝐷𝐸 for me was fantastic. He had the best shot of the game, which the keeper went into the top corner to have to save. Obviously, and Dye's in the first half was very, very good as well. But I just felt like 𝐍𝐸𝐷𝐸 made a tick in that second half when he came on. It was like a new signing. It really was. But the people behind me, oh my God, at the match, I was just so frustrated listening to every time. McGoldrick did so many great things in that second half, but every time he made a tiny, tiny mistake or the ball didn't quite reach the man, they were constantly giving him grief. And oh, I hate people like that. I can't stand them. Who else did they give grief to? Just trying to think now. Sharpe, they were giving grief to Sharpe. Get him off, get him off, get him off. Brewster, get Brewster on. It's like, really? Sharpe has been the one that's been scoring the goals for us and doing and leading the line really well. What has Brewster, McBurney not done a lot in their Sheffield United careers? So giving Sharpe grief and saying they need to be on is just foreign to me. But yeah, it was frustrating to listen to people like that behind who literally everything that they said I disagreed with or thought the complete opposite. But anyway, luckily, I'm not going to have to listen to them every week. So anyway, let's go into the comments, guys. I don't know where to start here. No ideas in the final third. Only Didsy had a decent shot on target. Yeah, absolutely. Billy looked tired. I agree with that. Would love to see Bruce in the same position that Billy has been playing. I'm not sure if Brewster's got that in him to hold the ball up well enough. But yeah, let's see it. Why not? We've got Bournemouth next, which is a big, big game. Really big game. 2 defeats in a row. It's going to be not tough to come back from, but it's not great after the run that we've been on. And Dye and Morgan Gibbs-White are having to cover the cracks for some awful signings and players on. Couldn't have probably right there, mate. Move on to the birthday kicking. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much, Robin. Teams that will beat us: Stoke, Blackpool, Cardiff. Yeah, absolutely bang on. Bang on. Yeah, I get the pattern. Oh, David McGoldrick, absolutely. We love Didsy. And anyone who gives Didsy grief, I'm going to be on him. Bamba was brilliant for Middlesbrough tonight, doing everything to deny us. That seems to be a weekly occurrence, though. That's my problem. That big centre-backs find it so easy just to kind of... We're not passing through them well enough. We're not giving them anything to worry about pace-wise. They just stand in the middle of the box and clearing stuff, and it's not hard for them. Worrying how soft we are, so easy to bully currently. Absolutely. Sheffield United should set a transfer ceiling. They did to us what we did to teams in our first season in the Premiership. Soak up and hit on the break. Absolutely. Bruce have been frozen out. Nah, I don't think so, Chad, mate. I don't think so. I think Bruce will be back in and amongst it, really. I just think that now Billy's kind of showing signs of fatigue. I think he's played so much football. Another 90 minutes tonight. He didn't need to play 90 minutes. It was quite clear with 15, 20 minutes to go that we were probably not going to get anything out of that game, even if we got one. He didn't score 2 goals. He could have easily brought him off and put, I don't know, Brewster or McBurney on. Like, just give him a little bit of a rest. He needs it. Morgan Gibbs-White seems to be getting frustrated with players around him who are not making the right pass. Agree with that completely. What do you think the Bournemouth result will be? I think we'll get beat. I really, really do think we'll get beat. I hate to say that, but I do. I think the thing is we've got a false sense of security by battering some poor teams, haven't we? And now we've been bumped down to earth by playing teams that have been in this division for a long time. And yeah, Middlesbrough haven't been doing well recently, but they've got a very, very experienced manager in Neil Warnock that knows how to play teams like us. He played it to perfection. And yeah, it's just, yeah, frustrating to watch. But saying that, it could have been a completely different score if they don't hit 2 absolutely perfect shots into the top corner and bottom corner, and a couple of our kind of opportunities that we created fell right to us, or we just put in the back of the net. So on a different day, we could have won this game. We really could have. But yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. We need the next international break. I don't think the next international break will mean us signing 2 absolute ballers. I think we were lucky with this one, getting Morgan Gibbs-White and Illiman and Dye. So what one positive from today, nothing to do with Sheffield United against Middlesbrough. Daniel Jefferson got himself his first goal for Burton. Nice to see. I've not seen it yet, but very, very excited to see it. And I think he's a very exciting player for the future. Cheer up, Nick. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. Thank you, mate. It's not my birthday anymore. It's 13 minutes past, but yeah, it's been a good one. It's certainly been a good one, except for the drive home. I didn't enjoy that. Petrol cans at Bournemouth, yeah. Oh, God, no. I'm not one of them guys. I've just spent half a tank of petrol on driving to Middlesbrough and back, so I won't be going down to Bournemouth. I didn't get myself a ticket. I did want to go, to be honest. I wanted to spend the weekend there. That would have been really, really nice. But, yeah, I did get a ticket. It's one of them things. I wasn't quick on the draw. Brooks to get a hat trick. Yeah, I hope not, Paul. I hope not, mate. Happy 21st birthday, Nick. Thank you, Robin. I think you need to add 13 years and you've got it bang on, mate. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm going to leave you there. It's been one of those days. It's been a frustrating one from start to finish in this game. But yeah, let's dust ourselves down and get on to the next one. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.